With a Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
The 33-yard line.
Let's go now, 18.
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards. And we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. A good pickup there at 22. See some heads shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big game there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for it after what he did the previous week. Because sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. ETN up the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
That is caught. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the Dolphins' 7-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Trap 60. Trap 60. Drag him 60.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Here we go.
Waddle, the motion man right.
All 80.
To throw, here's Willis. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. On the second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
19
Brings up
19.
second and 4.
Hot 70. Hot 70.
Now Willis to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Miami first down and a 14-yard pickup.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Waddle, the motion man right. Back to throw, Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Willis looking to throw it. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the Dolphins, they're lining up to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Dolphins are lining up for a
18 Cardinal. 18.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. Touchdown, Carolina! Matthew Golden, 65 yards. And the Panthers are able to move back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game.
Dolphins 8. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. And got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Panthers 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Panther 50, stretch, 70, Dragon 6, 19 lock, 19 tight, 19 tight.
In motion, Hill. To throw, here's Willis. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Warriors 70, 18, Rattler, 18, 65 catch, 18, 5 in.
Willis looking to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Viking 18.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Xavier again. 56 yards. And the Panthers have yet again retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there, and they did it successfully.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around. Now he'll tuck this and run. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job 1 paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap for the defense, though, forcing the fumble. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Ready.
A give to Etienne running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punching the end zone without turning it over.
Here's Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Cougar 19. Panther Street. Panther Street. Hey, check that. Street. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Willis from the gun on third down. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That third down conversion good for 23.
On the ready.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
60 Maverick. 19 Charger. Shot 60. Shot 60.
Right back to the air again with Willis. Man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Second and inches at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
19 Wyatt. Warriors 70. Go.
Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. Willis slides safely, and he picks up the first down. Willis showing off the wheels there. He gets him the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Let's go.
Now Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ready. 60 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw, Willis. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's second and 10.
19. Back.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's the Panthers punter now. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Shot 60.
The shotgun snap to Willis. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll dive in, and he's got it. Full extension. What a catch. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
Cut 19.
Willis. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away from that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Ready up.
An empty look offensively. Here's 3rd and 8.
Come on, come on. 70 Rangers. Press roll in.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Last play of the half, Willis. Willis is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
18, 5 in. Ready.
Willis will look to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Willis to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Here's Willis. He'll try and do this himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
60 Maverick. Shot 60. Shot 60.
From the gun, here's Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
A gain of 16 yards.
Running from the gun with Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Street. Let's go.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's a 2nd and 8.
19 tight. 7 5 18. 5 years.
To throw, here's Willis. Now a run here off the RP. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the
2. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Back to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Ready?
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
70 Rangers.
Shotgun snap to Willis. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Going on fourth down. Here's Willis. He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second down and 6 now.
Panther 11. Set up. Cougar 19. Trap 60.
Looking to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Ready? Cup 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. And Xavier Legette with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. It's a big play there for Miami. 61 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate. This is not a touchdown, but he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
Now Willis. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9.
Dolphins 30.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Running out of the gun with ETN. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. You have to use timeouts. What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And power running here down the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're...
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A great play there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Panthers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Dolphins 30. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, what a move. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, That's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Here's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Dragon 6, Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates.
Willis looks to pass it here. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here comes 2nd down.
70, 50, 18, 5 years. 79, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Here's Willis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. That all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost. I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Panthers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Panthers' first down. 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his receiver. It's Golden. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Willis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. One final try here for Willis. That's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Panthers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins,
Here we go, shot. Cougar 19. Let's go now. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Down. Ready, ready. Set. Go. Let's go. Come on, set. Ready. Set. Ready. Set it. Ready. Here we go, set. 60 Eagles. Set. Ready. Let's go now. Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready. Set. Let's go. Ready. Ready. Set it. Let's go now. Come on, set. Go. Here we go, set. Set. Ready. Set. Here we go, here we go. Down. Ready. Ready, ready. Set. Ready. Let's go. Ready. Set it. Let's go now. Ready.